We are very well into 2026, but it is still a new year. And with the new year comes retiring the old journal and starting a brand new and fresh journal. This here journal is the Whimsical Woodland journal from Notebook Therapy. I've been holding on to this edition since summer of last year in hopes of using it for a reading journal for this year. But it turns out I found an even better journal to use for my reading journal. And so I still wanted to use this journal, and so we're going to be using it as our everyday journal. I've learned over the past year that I have kind of glamorized the whole bullet journal thing, and I was mostly just using it as a creative outlet for myself and having fun creating all these wonderful and beautiful spreads. Now, indeed, I would use them, but then it got to a point where I would set up the pages, use it about halfway through the month, and then something just happens and then I fall off and then I end up missing doing a month, or I'd still set up for the next month but not use the next month's spreads. And so this year I want to reconfigure how I look at this journal as more of a task helper, just making it overall functional for me. And that's what the whole point of a bullet journal is to begin with, right? It's pretty much just a homemade planner. Now, for my first month of January, it went very well. I found it extremely useful for the half month that I did end up using it for, since I did set up my January spreads very late. But as the end of January rolled around, I did not have anything ready to go for February. And at this point, I have admitted defeat that there will be no February spreads, which is also extremely unfortunate for me since I have found myself needing task lists for certain days, which I very could have used just any regular notebook to write down a task list, but now my mind is made up that if it is not in this journal, then it should not exist anywhere else, because the point was for me to use this journal and not use a normal lined notebook. So it feels like a betrayal to use a $10 lined notebook over the $30 gorgeous notebook that I originally purchased and spent good money on. I knew right away going into this journal that I wanted to try and keep all the spreads as simple as possible so that it would be easy for me to create easy functional spreads as quickly as possible. But I guess as things start to pile onto my plate higher and higher, the more this journal gets pushed to the side and neglected. Hopefully, I'll have something set up for March for me to use as I navigate family relationships, friend relationships, trying to fit in my hobbies that I like to do, as well as content creation and being in the midst of the job transition as well. Alright, a quick breather from my constant rambling. I'm not entirely sure what I should put on the opposite side of my mood tracker. I thought about including some sort of social media tracker to see how much all my channels are growing, but I'm not entirely sure at the moment, so I'm just leaving that page blank for now. Apologies if I'm not really talking much through my beginning of year spreads. I feel like beginning of year spreads are pretty self-explanatory and easy to follow, but I think I do need to explain what I'm setting up currently. So this spread is my when did I last spread. I have a hard time remembering when I last did something because it happened so long ago and there's been so much that has happened between my current state and when this last thing happened. Like, for example, changing my bed sheets. It's not something I do every day or every week, but after some time goes by, I'm sitting here wondering, wait, when was the last time I changed my bed sheets? And that's where that spread comes in. Obviously, that is not my own original idea. There's plenty of people out there who have done this spread before me, but it's something I don't see very commonly used in bullet journaling. Now here I have completed my beginning of year spreads and moving on to my January spreads. I feel like I've made the cover spread a little bit more complicated than it needed to be, but that's okay. The cover page can stay a little bit more extravagant from the rest of the content for January. Now, diverging away from talking about my journal spreads, I have some grievances to air out. is not anything super bad. It's just something that I haven't quite noticed before. So in starting this YouTube channel last year, I've never really realized how much time and effort it actually takes to create these. Now, for a while now, I've had a separate channel where I used to do smaller, shorter edits, and those already within themselves took a very long time to make, but I was just making them for the fun of it. I wasn't really having a plan of direction for that channel. But in starting this new channel, I'm hoping to one day monetize my work and create some sort of small business from this channel, which in wanting to do that, it's going to take me a lot of time and effort up front to put in all this work in order to get this channel to go somewhere. And last year I've kind of neglected the channel. I kind of just uploaded whenever I felt like it, which I feel like isn't gonna get me anywhere anytime soon. So with 2026 now, I've thought that maybe I could be a little bit more consistent with my uploads, which then in part I have to now work a little bit harder to get these videos voiced over, edited, and uploaded, which I didn't realize having an uploading schedule is a lot of work on top of my normal job that already has very, very weird and strange hours to begin with. And trying to fit in work and trying to work on my videos and still wanting to have free time for hobbies, it's a lot. I feel like I've piled on so much that it's like starting to weigh me down, but I know sometime in the future it will pay off. I just kind of wish it would pay off now, but what can you do? Okay, now back to the journal. I completed my January setup, so now we're flipping back to the very beginning and taking a look at all of my beginning of year spreads as well as what I did for January. I very much love how everything came out, but now it's just a matter of actually using the spreads that I have actively now worked on and set up. Unfortunately, my January spreads only got used up halfway since this was set up in the middle of January. But during that time, I found this to be extremely useful to have. Alright, I have officially yapped your guys' ears off for the past 8 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and loved everything that was done. And I hope these spreads gave you inspiration for your own bullet journals or whatever else you might be doing. Do not be shy about checking out some of my other videos with my bullet journals, reading journals, or any other videos I have up on the channel. But until then, I'll see you guys in whatever I end up uploading next.